Hello everybody, my name is Untitled Chapter and today I'm going to review a very beautiful 2 to 4 player game which is based on an Indian festival by the name of Holi, a festival of colors. In Holi, players get to play with these amazing tokens and their whole color of cards and gulal powders which they get to throw on each other on these 3 levels of the courtyard. How it falls on the floor and how it hits other players will determine how many points you get. At the end of the game, the player who gets the most points wins the game. Now, the game also has some end game scoring with the help of some sweet tokens as well as some rivalry cards which you play during the game, or you can choose to play during the game, which will give you some additional scoring bonuses. First and foremost, the best thing that I like about this game is, although it's a very abstract game, the game is very closely tied to the theme of Holi, which is throwing colors at other players. I'm sure the designer must have well thought about this because in your turn, what you have to do is you have to mandatorily play an action out of 3 actions, which is throwing colors on the board. Now, while throwing colors on the board, you get options. Starting from the second turn, players get 3 options to throw gulals on the floor or on other players if they are in the range. Now, these gulal cards are something which are noteworthy because they have some amazing patterns on them which have been made, and you can choose in which pattern you want to throw your tokens on. Whichever tokens you decide to throw, you have to throw them in that particular pattern, and there's a very nice and nifty way to throw them. You put the tokens on the board. Now remember that if you are on the middle or the upper level, and if you happen to throw a token over there, which is the color token, it falls below, and that's the beauty of the game. That when you are thinking about how to place your tokens, you also have to think about if it is going to fall below, and if it falls below, you're going to get some lesser points. Now the game is made of these interesting choices in the game where what you play affects everyone else directly, and what other people do also affects your gameplay. That is what basically I find intriguing in this game. Now, the second thing what you have to do is the scoring, which is basically just acknowledge how beautiful the scoring is. Now, when you place your gulal tokens, or you happen to land your gulal tokens on the ground floor, each token at the end of the game is just 1 point. However, if you smartly play them, you go up and you place them there, you get 2 points, and the gulal tokens which are yours, which are on the 3rd level, you score 3 points. Now, that is where this 3D courtyard comes into play, and it's such a beauty to always because you're thinking from this angle, and then you're thinking of this angle, and then thinking from this angle. I think that's what is something really which will keep your interest and keep you just too much excited even in other players' turns while you are deciding what your turn is. That's the first thing which I love about this game. The second thing which I love about this game, which let's just address the elephant in the room, and that elephant is basically the artwork. Now, Holi being a festival of colors and India being the whole nation of beautiful paintings and carvings and temples and sites, you can't ignore the fact that this game is so much vibrant, so much beautiful, and it's so much colorful, so much prettier. Even in the smaller components, you can see that the artwork is being very well made and kept that preserved that Indian essence. So that's what I love about the artwork. And lastly, which I've already mentioned, is the theme. The theme is something which, if you are Indian or if you have Indian friends, they will specifically tell you how good this theme is. Taking from gulal tokens to rivalry cards to these sweets which look like laddus, which are just sweet balls which you eat during the festival of Holi. I think that's what captures the whole essence, and especially the box art, as you can see here. It's so much vibrant and it's so attractive when it's on the shelf. That's what I like about this game. If you are one of those players who really likes tactile games like Azul, Sagrada, and other types of games where you have to change your moves based on what other players have played, you will love this game, because in this game it's highly interactive, it's too much fun, and it basically mimics how you throw colors at other people, and you have that moment of fun, but you have to run away because the other players are going to throw colors at you. So that is what the whole gameplay of this is I can just sum up in that sentence, because that's what it felt like when playing the game. And most often than not, we finished most of the time very closely. There was hardly a 5 to 8 to 10 point difference between all the players. So although the game seems like it is tactile, the point difference between all the players is very less and very interesting. And overall, since it finishes in 20 to 30 minutes, so far all the games we've played the games again. And that's what I like about this game, is the replayability factor. The game finishes so quickly, is very intuitive, that I would love to bring it up in my games night and play the game again and again with my family and friends. If you like this review and would like to know more about these awesome new games which come out each week, do subscribe to Chai and Games YouTube channel and Facebook channel and Instagram and Twitter and everything else which I can't even count right now. And I will see you in the next one, and thank you so much for following us. Bye bye. Take care.